So this is the buffet in the morning. You've got an area where you can get juices and coffees. They've got salmon, which you can get with some tomatoes and capers and onions. You can make your own toast. They got bacon, sausage, hash browns, eggs. Got a place where you can make your own omelets. He'll put whatever you want into your omelet. They got bacon and sausage. They got French toast, pancakes, waffles. There's some hockey pucks, which are the hash browns that are delicious. You got corned beef hash, ham, sausage, bacon. You got biscuits and gravy and eggs. Fresh fruit, cereal, milk, yogurt. We got some various pastries here, croissants. Get oatmeal and grits. We got some more fresh fruit. We got the tomatoes. Here's where you can get some poached eggs, bacon, and some scrambled eggs on an English muffin as well. They also got some sticky buns you can get, hot pecan cinnamon roll, and a hot sugar icing cinnamon roll. So at the buffet today, I got some French toast. I got a white omelet with everything. I got some corned beef hash, some bacon, and I got one of these fried hash browns. Tammy got a regular omelet with everything, some bacon. She got some corned beef hash and some scrambled eggs as well. So we're in Bar Harbor, and it is a tender port. So we are taking the tender to the Bar Harbor. And it's kind of cool going past the fishing boats and lobster traps and stuff. And you can see the Bar Harbor rocky shoreline. It's very beautiful here. Still on the tender, and we're just pulling into Bar Harbor right now. So they use the lifeboats as the tender. We just got off the lifeboats and we're on the pier and arriving in Bar Harbor right now. So here in Bar Harbor, they have the famous Agamont Park, and it's a beautiful little place here with a trellis and some grass. And up at this park, they got a path that leads up to the trellis. So here's the fountain at Agamont Park, and the paths and the trellis and the benches all overlooking the waterfront below. So we're starting our walk on the shoreline path, which goes by some iconic little cottages and hotel. It also goes by this nice rocky beach that overlooks Bar Harbor's French Bay. So there's one of their iconic hotels, piers. You can see the fishing boats and tall ships. You can see the coastline there. You can see some seagulls, the islands off in the distance. And it's a short walk, and it's not sloped at all, and it's well cared for. So it's a pretty easy walk, and this takes you along the shore, and then it comes out on the main street with shops at the end. One famous landmark here on the shore path is the Balancing Rock. This is a glacier erratic that's been here for tens of thousands of years. So we're on the shoreline path here, and we were lucky enough right in this field to see a deer walking around right off of the shoreline path in this field. The shoreline path at Bar Harbor has these signs sporadically placed throughout the path that tell you a little bit about the history of the houses and events that have happened here. So as you're walking along the shoreline path, you can also read about the history and some fun facts about the Bar Harbor coastline. The shore path takes you up into a neighborhood, traveling up from the ocean, and it actually ends right here at the end of this neighborhood street. And you're going to pass some quaint houses here. The shoreline path comes out in a neighborhood, and then that neighborhood connects to the main street with shops here in Bar Harbor. giving you a chance to walk down the street and check out some of the shops and eateries that are here in the Bar Harbor area. So we're continuing our walk from the shore path through the streets of the Bar Harbor area, and you can see, get a feel for what it's like with these quaint shops, places to get ice cream and food. One of the shops here on the street of Bar Harbor is Ben & Bill's Chocolate Emporium, and they serve chocolate and fudge and ice cream, and they're really famous for having lobster flavored ice cream. We're going to give it a try. So here we are getting some lobster ice cream, and I'm hanging out here with the lobster with the ice cream. So we're here at Ben & Bill's in Bar Harbor, Maine. They sell chocolates and fudge and saltwater taffy and ice cream. And the most interesting thing they have here is lobster ice cream. So you can see all their flavors of ice cream, and right there in the middle near the bottom is the lobster ice cream. And there's the lobster. There's the lobster ice cream right there. So here's the lobster ice cream. And I tried a bite. Tammy's gonna try a bite. What do you think, hon?
Tastes like vanilla.
That's what I thought.
It's good though.
It's good. It just tastes like vanilla ice cream. But it's interesting
Buttery.
and fun to eat.
Buttery.
So we're gonna be going on a nature cruise today. Here's the boat that we're getting on. And for the nature cruise, we're gonna be spending a couple hours in the waters in and around Acadia National Park. As we're pulling out of the harbor, we were lucky enough to see some dolphins swimming in front of these islands that are off in the distance. So this island is a nesting spot for cormorants, and you can see them on the island. So we brought some binoculars with us, and there's a bald eagle on the top of the island right there. Can't really make it out with the camera here, but when you're using the binoculars, you really can get a great view of that bald eagle. So we're taking a look at the shoreline of Acadia National Park here. That road, you can make it out. That's the main road that circles around Acadia National Park if you're driving on it. We're taking a boat and looking at it from there. So there's some seals on the island out there. You can also see the seals poking their heads up out of the water as they're swimming around looking for fish. And this is all on the island with the lighthouse right there. There's also some seagulls on the island. So here's a closer up view of the lighthouse that we got to take a look at on the nature cruise. So here at the opposite end of the French Bay, we're able to see some blue herring. There's two of them on the rock there in front of us. We brought binoculars here on the nature cruise, and it really helped us to see quite a few things. Here's Tammy using the binoculars to see a bald eagle that is in a tree off there in the distance. You probably can't see it on camera. It's really even hard to see off camera, but with the binoculars you can really see it well. So here's another lighthouse that you can see here on the nature cruise that we took out of Bar Harbor. So we're going past Porcupine Islands, and the Porcupine Islands got their name because the pine trees growing out of the islands look like the quills of a porcupine. On our way back to the Bar Harbor port, we're going past the cruise ship. So there's the Norwegian Breakaway right there in Frenchman's Bay. We got back from our nature cruise in Bar Harbor, and we're deciding to have a Glacier Blue right there. And then I'm having some rum and a Big Wave beer. So we're just gonna chill out before dinner. So they have electronic darts here at Ocean's Pub. So we're gonna play a couple rounds of darts before dinner, enjoying some drinks and playing some darts here. It was fun. I got the win at darts for between Tammy and I, and Chris got the win at darts between him and Sydney, but we had some fun before dinner. So we're gonna be doing an art scavenger hunt, we guessed the weight of the statue, and now we're going to do an art scavenger hunt where you have to find these different pieces of art throughout the cruise ship. And you can see that they have the art hanging up in this particular area and throughout the boat. So we're going to be doing the art scavenger hunt. Should be a lot of fun. So we're working on the art scavenger hunt. For example, here it says a mother, a child, a bond never to be broken. And we chose this piece of artwork, number 6, as the answer to that one. Another one of the clues in the artwork was blue eyeshadow. And in this painting, you can see she has blue eyeshadow. So we've been having fun going through the artwork and matching the scavenger hunt to all the different clues and the pieces of artwork that are scattered around. Tonight, we're going to be going to Taste, which is one of the main dining rooms here on the Norwegian Breakaway. So we're all eating together, sitting looking out at Bar Harbor, and we're going to be ordering food at their Taste restaurant.
I thought you loved restaurants. I'm sorry.
So we're here at Taste, and they brought us our bread basket, and here's the bread we got. Looks like we got some rolls with some baked cheese on them, and then some plain rolls as well. Looks delicious. So for the appetizer, I got the Asian spare ribs with the vegetable summer roll with a lime dipping sauce. And Tammy got the French onion soup with that delicious cheese on top. We also got the white cheddar potato soup. This looks amazing as well. So Tammy got her salad, and she got Caesar salad, and she asked for real anchovies on it, and they were able to get them and put them on. So this is going to be a great Caesar salad. So we got the main course, and I got the almond crusted trout. And here is the rigatoni with pesto. And then Chris got, what'd you get?
Bang bang shrimp. Chicken.
This is the bang bang shrimp and chicken, which looks great. And then Tammy got the chicken Madeira with a risotto
and a mushroom salad.
So we got our desserts here at Taste, and we got some tiramisu, which looks delicious. We got the brownie s'more with a marshmallow sauce and a brownie and graham cracker. And then we've got the lava cake with some ice cream and strawberries on it, and that looks amazing too. So we're going to be going to the Breakaway Theater tonight, and at the Breakaway Theater they are having a show called SIX, which is actually a Broadway show. And the show SIX is about the 6 wives of Henry VIII. So we're at their theater here. We're going to be seeing SIX, which is a Broadway show. You can see at the top of the theater they have a bar, and this is their main theater where we're going to be seeing the show SIX about the 6 wives of Henry VIII. So right before the SIX show, they're playing kind of like medieval versions of pop songs, and you got to guess what they are. And this is Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
Yeah, we heard Firecracker from Katy Perry and Sia Chandelier and another Lady Gaga too.
So it's kind of a fun thing to do before the show.
We're like guessing what they are.
And tonight, Breakaway, we are... Listen up, let me tell you a story. Are you ready? Breakaway, here we go. You can put down crazy. You want to replace me, baby. No, you know what life is. And you better have some fun. You can lay about, you can try, but I'm unbreakable. You gotta do your best, but I'll stand the test. You'll find that I've got a heart of stone. So much more than this.
So now we're watching a game show called Battle of the Sexes. They're gonna have men versus women. So the battle sexes, the first thing they gotta do is the women have to take off a shirt and then put it on and give it to the next one, and the same thing with the guys. The first team to do it wins. This part of the challenge, they had to encourage people to come up and stand on their side.
That cuddle puddle, but no, get back to your decks. Go on. Get out.
We're here for our late night snacks at the buffet. They got some egg salad sandwich. They got asparagus salad. They got a tomato mozzarella baguette. We got some different types of pizza. A tandoori chicken kebab with empanadas. Some chicken. Some penne pasta. And some hot dogs that you can make up as chili dogs and other toppings for your chili dog. We also got some fresh fruit and some desserts, including cookies, looks like some chocolate cake, and an apple strudel. So as my snack tonight, I got the chicken kebab and a little bit of dipping sauce. I got their penne pasta bake, and then I also got a little bit of apple strudel. So this will be a great snack before bed.